Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning from Connecticut here. It's a little, hey Ashley, you up? You ready to go? Sorry, it's a little bit bright here. I might have to put my glasses on, but I'm trying to enjoy this sunshine out here today um, before I go tuck myself into my office. So I just wanted to get started pretty shortly and speak about, hey Will, Mad, how's it going? Um, You know those Monday morning blues when you have to commute to work, you have to wake up, and it starts Sunday pretty much the dread of Monday morning commute, how to do that. And I wanted to put together this little Periscope session for you guys today and basically cover 8 points. Hey Rome Q, how you doing? Let me know where you guys are calling in from. Let me know what you're doing. Good. Getting ready for work, been enjoying your scopes. One day I'll be tucking into my office too. Okay, I know you will, Ashley. So while I'm chatting here, just let me know where you're calling in from, what area, if you're in the States or overseas or wherever. I'm based in Connecticut. Thanks for the hearts, I appreciate that. And let me know what you do for a living. So the reason why I want to do this is because you know, for so many years I'm trying to just get the sun out of my face here so it's not so blotchy and stuff. But for so many years of my life, just like everybody else, right, I had a job. I used to commute, do the Monday to Friday. It wasn't 9 to 5, it was probably 7 to 7. I worked in investment banking for a number of years. I'm originally from South Africa. I worked in investment banking in London for 6 years. Indiana, I work at Menards and the hospital. Awesome, Will. Do you enjoy it? Tell me if you guys enjoy your work, or you're looking to get out, you're looking for change, because that's exactly what this is all about. So I used to do that working in London, you know, worked in London for 6 years in investment banking. Then I came to the US. I worked in investment banking here for about 8 years. Hey, welcome, Cole Bannister. And you know, even though I studied economics, that really wasn't one of my passions. Shake Up Makeup LLC joined. Thanks for coming in. And so I used to hate going to work. I couldn't stand it. I was dreaming, looking for change. Enjoy the hospital, but I feel like I am destined for more. Absolutely, we're all destined for more. Thanks for sharing that, Will. I appreciate it. So, you know, as I used to be, you know, I was well qualified in terms of I had 2 degrees. I thought I was a good employee, but I was always looking for a way out. I was like, you know, I was into a little bit of, I wanted time flexibility. Yeah, I had a young kid. Welcome, Ian. Thanks for all the hearts. I appreciate everybody. EB Fashionista, welcome. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. J54321M, thank you. And so just like everybody else, I wanted freedom. All right, I wanted flexibility. I was young at the time. I just had my first kid. You know, I used to have enough money to go on travels and go traveling and see the world, but I always dreaded coming back. I always wanted more. I knew, just like Will said now, I knew that I was destined for more, and I wasn't pursuing my real passion. And so, you know, there was many of us in the bank that felt exactly the same way, and we always just stand around the water cooler and the friggin' coffee table bitching and moaning and complaining on how to get out. And you know, hopefully that one promotion would come through, we would earn more money, we could save more to, you know, start our own business, whatever it was. We were just caught in this trap. Hey, Osha Studio, welcome. And so, you know, I know what you feel like, and eventually I built up the courage to leave my company, and then you know, it didn't work out exactly as planned, and I ended up getting sick, which was fine. That was part of my growth. Harvest Calm, welcome. And for about 5 years I was sick. So and that was more of a fear thing, sort of me just not feeling safe and secure. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. I appreciate it. Welcome, Bright McGill. What the hell is that? Other flowers, I think. I hope. Thank you. Always good joined. Thank you for the hearts. And yeah. So anyway, is that's one of my passions, is helping people. Why don't we pursue our dream life? Why don't we pursue our purpose? Why don't we pursue our passion? You know, why don't we do this? Why do we drive to work hating it? Why do we catch a train? Why do we commute, going and spending all this time working for people and working in environments that we don't like? Why is that? Obviously, we all need money. I mean, it's a reality in life. I hope you can hear those cicada beetles. They're pretty loud. Bob Marks enjoying. And so this is Periscope's not about, you know, hey, just ditch your job and leave it and go, you know, become a surfer and not earn any money. If that's what you want to do, that's cool. But really just about making changes up here and taking action on a daily basis so you can eventually get to your dream life, and you can do that with financial security. So the first point, so there's going to be 8 points I'm going to cover. 8. What was I saying? I was saying this is 8, that's 6. 8 points I'm going to cover. The first one is, you know, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? And ask yourself, hey, Lucky Vixter, welcome, thank you. And guys, just chat, let me know where you're calling in from. Let me know what type of job or career that you're in. And I'm talking about, you know, how to live your life of passion, how to live your dream life. Welcome, Pink Flower. And so the first thing is, what are you waiting for? Don't wait for your financial situation to change. Don't wait for a promotion. Don't wait for that dream job to come up. Don't wait to see, you know, on a job listing board or a friend, or that you'll hopefully meet somebody. That may happen, but don't wait. Okay, you're a registered nurse, so that, oh, of course, Ashley, that's right. London, UK, Harvest Calm helps to heal from panic through vibrant health. That's awesome. So you work with people who have anxiety and panic attacks. Am I on the right path there? So going back to point 1, what are you waiting for? Don't wait for that thing to come along. You know, I know that's awesome. I actually used to have those as a side effect of that illness. When I was sick for 5 years, I had Lyme disease, which attacks your central nervous system. So you'd have just rushes of anxiety and friggin' panic attacks, whatever. And social worker. Wow, there's people here. You guys do awesome stuff. We've got registered nurse, social workers, people helping others with panic attacks, people working in hospitals. So you guys are givers, and that's awesome. But I know from a finance perspective that you may want to just shift that, and that's fine. Just started my own business because I was tired of living a lie. That is perfect. That takes a lot of courage, Shake Up Makeup. It really does. So anybody who's on this Periscope now, it takes a lot of courage just to be thinking and making a change. Is what we don't want to do is we don't want to be sitting there, Reiki practitioner part-time. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And thanks to all the hearts, guys. I really appreciate that. And remember, hope is not a strategy. And I got that from a guy that I actually used to work in banking, who was an investor in one of my clients. At his signature, he always used to say that hope is not a strategy, and that's so applicable now, because I spent I was going to say I wasted so many years of my life, but it's not, because I had to go through, the way I see my approach to life, I go through that so I can help other people, so I can help my children, you know, not just go do an economics degree or accounting degree or lawyer's degree or whatever because your parents told you to do that, or because your friends told you to do that, or because the masses do that, and then we follow it because we say, okay, we got to go earn something secure, we got to earn a good income, we got to, you know, get our retirement, and when we have enough savings, then we can pursue our life of dreams. We've got it all backwards, right? Really, we should be pursuing what we want from the beginning. But it's not our fault that we're in this sort of situation. This is the way we're brought up in this society. And again, we're not going to sit here blame and point fingers. It is what it is. We're in here now. So what are you waiting for? Don't sit in hope. Okay? Which leads to the second point. Second point is create your life vision. Okay? Take a pad like this and start writing out. You know, put it into categories. The first category, you know, where do I want to live? What do I do on a daily basis? What do I do with my free time? What does my house look like? What do I do? What do my relationships look like? You know, personal, friendships, family. You've got to create that vision in your head. Because if you don't have a vision, you don't have a destination. If you don't have a destination, you don't know where you're going. Welcome, Ushan. So, you have to create your life vision, and you have to be as detailed as possible. So you start out with one thing at a time. What do you do for a career? What do you do for a job? What are the hours you work? How much money do you earn? Because once you set yourself that vision, and we're speaking here 3 to 5 years out, then you have something to aim for. Then you have something to wake up for every single day and start moving forward towards. As Champ, welcome. So I hope that makes sense, okay? And remember, is everything that's created in this world by man was once an image or vision in somebody's mind. This t-shirt, these sunglasses, this chair I'm sitting in, my telephone, my computer here, where I want to live, the type of lifestyle, is we don't want just life to happen to us. We need to be co-creators and create this experience for ourselves. Okay, we need to create that life for ourselves, so we need to do it, and it all starts with your vision. Point number 3 is, what is your passion? Do you know what your passion is? If you know what your passion is, what makes you feel good, what your true commitment is. There's people here in the healing arts, nurses, social workers, Reiki practitioners. So you might be working in the hospital, but it might not be your dream job, right? But underlying, there's something there. Your true passion, what interested you, is that you certainly didn't sign up to do that for money, right? That money wasn't your motivation, which is good. You wanted to work with people, help people, I presume. So if that's the case, but you're not enjoying your job, maybe it's just in the wrong environment. So that hospital environment might not be for you. Or you might be signed up to help people with panic attacks, for example, like somebody on this Periscope, but they might be looking for change because they don't really enjoy it, because it's not the way it worked out, what they thought about. Okay, Dino, welcome. Hope I said it right. So sometimes it could be a subtle shift where you just say, okay, well, this is not working out the way that I planned, so you can make changes. Hey, you're from Switzerland, awesome. So I'm just talking about how to make changes in your life to start living and doing the work that you love, okay, and that you enjoy. And we're on point number 3 here. You can play this back afterwards. So sometimes it's a subtle little shift where you want to help people. Well then, hey, forget about being a star, right? If you just be a rapper, because if you're trying to be a star, then you can't friggin' learn to run before you can crawl. Okay, because when you're driven by being a star as opposed to doing what you love, then your true passion, then your personality, then your own idiosyncrasies don't, I must be cool before. Well, that's up to you, mate. Really, that's really up to you. So discover your passion, discover your truth. And a lot of people don't know what their passion is, and that's part of life, right? To find that your passion and your purpose, which is point number 4. What's your purpose in life? You discover your purpose, you discover your passion. You do what really resonates with you from the inside, right? Being a rap star, that's cool, but if I just want to be rich, that's going to be no motivation. If I just want to be a star, that's from a false perspective. And I'm not criticizing you, I'm just telling you the truth, okay? That's from an ego identifying because you want recognition. Right? Do what you love first. If you want to be a rap star, be a rapper first. Be a singer, if that's your gig. If you want to be, a CEO one day, whatever it is. If you want to be a CEO, then find the career, the path that resonates with you the most. Don't just want to become a CEO because you want the power and you want to be the big boss. Okay? But discovering your passion and purpose in life is key. Those are points 3 and 4. Point number 5 is eliminate fear. You're going to be confronted by fear. You're going to be confronted by taking that next step, by leaving your job, starting your own business, being an entrepreneur. It takes a lot of courage, right? It takes a heck of a lot of courage to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to pursue what I want to do, the life that I want to live. I'm not going to be sitting here driving to work every Monday, hating life. I'm not going to be going to my desk and dreading it, or I'm not going to be going to my office and dreading it. I'm going to be starting to live a life that I enjoy and help others, or follow my purpose and passion in life. But we got the subconscious programming, that's that little voice inside of our head that says, You don't have the money, you don't have the experience, you don't have the skill set, you're not going to be able to do it. Look at these other people, they're way ahead of you. You know, and then you come to when you're an entrepreneur, thanks for the hearts, I appreciate that, thank you. And then as soon as you start your business, you're going to come across a hurdle, and you know, you're going to have little failures, and when we come with fear, you know, we hit that first failure, and then we don't like it because it puts us in a place of discomfort, and we all, like us humans, we like to be in a place of comfort. So as soon as we meet that first hurdle, we're going to turn around and run back to safety. So like Abraham Maslow said, we can either step forward into growth or step backwards into safety. And so you're going to be dealing, you know, that's a great question. So the question was, how did you find your passion? So I'll come to that in a second. I just want to finish this little piece on fear. So what you're going to have to do is, you can never eliminate fear. Even though I said eliminate fear, what you're going to have to do, you know, courage is not the elimination of fear and anxiety. It's basically moving forward despite those feelings. It's about managing it. It means that you don't let it overwhelm you. And there's somebody here that deals with panic attacks will probably be able to tell you that, right? So probably not the right description there by saying eliminate fear. I should be saying face your fears, take that step, right? And as soon as you take that step and confront your first fear, you'll gain confidence. And don't worry about failure. Failure will happen. I'm not saying, you know, go bet your mortgage so now you can't feed your kids and do that stuff. You're going to take risks, absolutely, but you take calculated risks and do it the right way. And eliminate that little voice in your head that's full of all that self-doubt, and start creating a new model, and start working on your self-esteem and your confidence to say, I can do this. Whoever's done this in the past, I can do it. And don't be intimidated when people, yes, I find it useful to say, bring it on to fear. I'm going to do this as well. Awesome, that's great. So now I just want to go into Will's question. How did I find my purpose and passion? Well, it was interesting because even though I studied economics and I did a master's in economics, I always had a creative sort of element to me. I enjoyed arts, I enjoyed music, I enjoyed photography, all that stuff. But being in a banking environment, all I wanted to do was become a photographer. I thought I wanted to become a sports photographer and travel the world, you know, taking pictures of surfing events and some of the sports that I enjoyed. But when I left the banking environment, so my idea was to leave and open a coffee shop and become a photographer. But what I really didn't know was only when I left and I became sick for 5 years that I really, by the way, this is not a sob story. I don't want you to feel sorry for me. That was part of my growth, and so it was a perfect place for me and perfect thing for me to happen. Is when I was ill, I was frustrated initially. Hey, this was my dream. I wanted to go traveling. I wanted to do my photography. I had 2 young kids. I had a beautiful wife. And, you know, why was this happening to me? But what that did is over time I realized that I love photography as a hobby, but I don't want to do it as a profession. But the reason why I was longing for that photography and opening a coffee shop while I was in banking, because I was stuck in that negative environment, that day-to-day grind, really what I was wanting was freedom. I just wanted freedom, okay? So the initial interest of photography and opening a coffee shop was just because I wanted that freedom. I liked the idea of having a coffee shop and going and sitting in a coffee shop and having people around and taking photos and moving with flexibility around whenever I wanted to. That was just an idea. But being sick allowed me to realize what my true purpose and passion was, which was helping other people. All right, it was growing spiritually and helping other people, using that illness, using my past experiences and experience and knowledge to then go help other people. So it's quite a cool thing, and that's the cool thing about life. And you know, even though because I was ill, I lost everything. I lost all the money that I had built up and my nest egg and everything. And I'd done well with investment banking, but I lost everything. And it stripped me down to my core. And what was remaining was, you know, this is what I want to do. And I rebuilt my life, and here I am now. And that's the beauty of this life journey. And what happens if we don't pay attention, if we keep ignoring that inner discomfort that tells us, hey, you shouldn't be in this work, you need to get out there. That's like you know, whatever you can call it, your soul, your intuition, the universe, whatever you believe in, call it whatever you want, right? That's your dharma talking. It's knocking at you and saying, hey, I need your attention. You need to make change. You need to make change in your life now, because I don't like this. You're meant to be following your purpose and your passion, so let's start listening. Okay, and if you don't listen, like I didn't, you know, is eventually I got ill, and that's okay, right? Yeah, it probably did, but it does when you stop that little voice and start listening to yourself and noticing situations. Notice the next time somebody's feeling crap, and you go sit next to them and talk with them and try and inspire them and just give them, you know, a hand up. Just notice what that may feel like. And that may not be your thing at all. It may be that you see an animal and you start working with an animal, or it might be that you like working with business. It doesn't always have to be helping people, you know, save themselves, or helping animals, or rescue dolphins, or whatever. Your gig might be through business, right? You might be inspiring people through business. You know, you may be a surgeon, you may be an accountant. That way you're helping people, serving people, get their finances and their taxes all in order, which they don't know how to do without you. So it doesn't have to be this image that we create that, you know, if you're not saving the planet or healing humans, that you're not worthy. Absolutely not. We also got to change that. So there's nothing wrong with being a lawyer. So, for example, somebody might be a sportsman who's saying, I don't want to be a sportsman anymore, I want to be a lawyer. Well, go be that lawyer. Go study. Doesn't matter how old you are, right? And, you know, and that's another thing, is people are going to be there to give you negative input. So when you want to make this change in life, you're going to have, and it's typically your closest friends and family, the ones that, so, you know, love you, so-called experts. They're going to try to talk you out of your dreams. You know, don't be crazy. You know, hey, I paid for your college. Oh, if you do this now, this is going to happen, blah, blah, blah. No, that's their fears. That's their life. You know, you don't have to live their life. You need to start pursuing your dreams and acknowledge your purpose and passion. So your passion will come to you, and don't stress out about it. You know, I never knew what I wanted to do in life until I was about 35 years of age. Okay, so point number 6 is take action. You have to take action. If you don't take action, nothing's going to manifest in your life. Right? That's why people follow the law of attraction and then get disgruntled and say, oh, that crap doesn't work. It does work, but you have to take action. You can't sit on the sofa, okay? But I say that with a little disclaimer. I did have to sit on the sofa for 5 years while I was sick. I was between my bed, lying on the floor, lying on the sofa. I could get up every now and again, and then I'd get beaten back down, right? And it was frustrating. But the action that I should have been taking was not necessarily physical action, going out and doing stuff. I should have been taking action on my mind, on my emotions, on my spiritual side, and my body side. So eating right, thinking right, you know, connecting spiritually, and monitoring my emotions. What was causing this trigger for me to react like this, act like this? See, one of the things before I got ill was I was like, I think obsessed might have been the right word. I was pretty obsessed with health and fitness and, you know, racing bicycles and doing Ironman triathlons, and I wouldn't eat anything that was fatty or whatever, you know, lots of carbs. I wouldn't do anything like that, and I thought I was so healthy. But what I didn't understand there, through my own ignorance, was the path to health and healing and all that. I don't want to get distracted. It's really physical. Some, you know, there's mind, body, spirit, but there's also another one, emotions. There's four elements to that. Emotions, how we react. And we know how we react by the way we feel. If we feel discomfort and feel crap, our thoughts are wrong. Okay? So if we feel good, we know our thoughts are right. So take action. Take action physically by registering for the course to start moving forward, doing some research. Take action by starting to think the right way. Take action by writing out your life vision, create goals around that, create plans, speak to experts, speak to people that can help you to move forward. Surround yourself with the right people. Taking action also means eliminating stuff that's going to hold you back, whether that's friends that are trying to talk you out of your dreams or whatever it is. I don't mean tell you to give up your friendships, but spend less time with those people going to start talking you out of it. Then just don't listen to them. Okay, never give up. Welcome, and guys, thanks for all the hearts, right? I really appreciate that. And Mr. Creative Music, welcome. So that's point number 6. You have to take action. Okay, most of these folks that they're thinking, this doesn't work, law of attraction or visualization doesn't work, positive thinking doesn't work. No, it doesn't work if you don't take action. You have to take action, and you have to take action every single day. There's a great book called the War of Art, and I forget the guy. It's his name's right here. It's Stephen whatever. He wrote what is that movie that was in a screenplay? The Legend of Bagavance or something. If you look up that book, The War of Art, right? He's a famous author. So famous that I can't even remember his last name. His first name's Stephen Pressfield. Okay, that's his name. And so he says, he's an author, and people always come to him and say, "Oh, you're so lucky, Stephen, that you are able to write all these books and you can do all the stuff. I wish I could do that." And he said, no, every single day is a battle for him. Every single day, that's why it's called the War of Art. Is that there's this force that's trying to get him to procrastinate, to not get to his desk, to start writing every day. And it's this constant battle, and he's got to get himself into this rhythm and into this routine. And that's what it is about, taking action and creating a habit. Now, point number 7 is don't wait. Don't wait for your situation to change before you start taking action. Don't say, when I have more money, when I have more time, when I get through this, when I get back from holiday, when I get that promotion, when I live in the city, when that boss resigns, whatever it is, whatever your story is, okay, that's just procrastination. That is just fear holding you back, and it's subconscious fear. Check out some of my other talks about subconscious fear and how your mind works. And those are your subconscious mind is so powerful, mate. That's what keeps people up and down with their income. That's what keeps people like yo-yo dieting. That's why diets don't work, because of the subconscious mind, the programming of their subconscious mind. It's very, very strong, and it's been there. It's resistance, absolutely resistance to change. It's what's been programmed, and it's not your fault. It's what we've been taught from the time we were infants. What's been going into our minds? You're not good enough. You can't do that. You're so lazy. Only rich people do this. Blah blah blah. This is what you have to believe. This is what you have to do as a career. This is what our family does, etc., etc. All that stuff. Don't wait. The situation will never be right. It'll never be right. You've got to move forward regardless of your situation. Okay? If you want to manifest this change in your life, you have to take action, and you can't wait. Okay? Thanks for those hearts. I appreciate that. Now, the final point is do what you love. Do what you love, and where you end up might be completely different. So don't be worried that how do I know what I love? How do I know what my true passion is? I don't know what my purpose in life is. How do I know if I make a mistake? Just start, because this is the journey. It's just going to keep changing, and you're going to evolve as a person. My business, I have 3 different businesses actually. One is I own a digital media agency, which does very well, but that's shifted. My focus has shifted over the years from when I started. I'm not where I thought I'd be, and it's been cool. And I have a life coaching business, which I love, which is my true passion. But again, going back to my earlier point, the digital marketing business helps me to help people with their businesses. So just teaching people, doing stuff like this makes me feel so good. It raises my energy vibration, and I do this so I can give back, and the rest of the day I'm on a buzz once I've done this, regardless if there's one person on here or 1,000. It doesn't matter. So just do what you love. Just do what resonates with you right now. That's cool. That's good. Well, I really appreciate that. I'm glad I can help you. I mean, I don't even know you, and the fact that I can influence and inspire you is great. No worries. And you can do exactly the same thing, right? Once you go through this yourself, you know, then you can help other people. You can help your children. You can help your partner. You can help your friends. You know, and so you can make a lasting changes, not just in your life, but you know, your kids' life. Because, you know, it's one of the things that I want to teach my kids is break the cycle that everybody's in of you have to go to school, you have to get good grades, you have to play these sports and be in the best team, and you have to go to college and get the best grades so you can go to work in a corporate environment to get the best job, to build your retirement, to build your pension, all the stuff so you can retire and then you can live your dream. Break that cycle. I really want to break that cycle. School's not cut out for everybody. College is not cut out for everybody. Let's start going back to what really is our purpose in life and our passion. Okay, so you know, that's the truth, and that's the legacy that I want to leave with my children. So I always tell them, you know, if you don't want to go to college, you know, don't, but you need education, but follow your purpose and passion in life. Okay, so, and one of the reasons why I also say is do what you love is because when you start your own business, when you do this stuff, is, guys, thanks for all the hearts. I really appreciate that. It's fantastic. I think that helps my ego too. No, I'm just kidding. But you spend a lot of time. Wow, I'm getting a lot of love here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Hope I don't stop blushing. You wouldn't be able to notice because the complexion's all weird because of the sun and stuff. So you spend a whole lot of time on your business. You'll spend a whole lot of time battling your own little demons, right? Coming up against your own resistance, your own subconscious programming. And that's why I say do what you love. Because if you don't do what you love when you start your own business or make these changes, or again, it doesn't have to be about starting your own business, about working in an industry that you love or following your true passion. There's nothing wrong with working for other people. But when you start doing this, you're going to go through all these fears, doubts, worry, anxiety, and that is normal because you've taken yourself out of your comfort zone and your body responds to that. So do what you love because you're going to spend a lot of energy, physical, mental, emotional energy on making this change and pursuing it. But it's worth it, right? It's worth it in the end. So when you do what you love, you'll never work another day in your life, okay? And remember, just because you're here and you want to be here, you have to enjoy the space in between, that journey, that change, right? In order to, say you want to move, I'll come to that in a second. That's a great question. Harvest Calm. If you want to, say you're sitting in your lounge and you want to walk to your kitchen, or you want to go to your kitchen, you can't just think about it and be in your kitchen, right? You have to get your ass up off that chair and you have to walk step by step by step to your kitchen. Now your kitchen might be next door or it might be far away, but the fact of the matter is you have to start and you have to take steps. You have to get up and take steps before you can be in your kitchen. The same way with business or making a change in your life. You're over here, you want to be here. You just got to get up, take action, and start taking the steps to get there. But enjoy it. Enjoy that journey, that transition, because that's one of the mistakes I made too. I was so focused, oh, I'm not there yet. I don't have this many clients. I'm not completely immersed in my life coaching business, blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly, whoa, hang on. You're living your dream life here. I'm not rushing to work now. I'm my own business owner. I want to do these, sit under the tree in my house, outside my house, get up, dress up, show up. Love that. And, you know, if I want to go, excuse my dogs there, they're barking at I don't know what. But before I go to the office, I can now go inside and have breakfast with my kids. And it's not about boasting. It's just, but that's the reality that I've created that. But initially it wasn't like that. I had to go rush out of here to the office. Now I can cruise to my office whenever I'm ready. But, so, do what you love, take action, enjoy the journey, the entire process. So, I'm just going to answer that question there about, what helped me with my anxiety. It's one of the things that when I had that, hey, Angel, I'm on a periscope. You're making the people don't want to hear you barking. Is that I'd never wanted to take the drugs, but I did take them to test them. And because I went to the doctor, I was like, I was going through all this stuff, and the medication was even worse. I was like, hey, I started my business and I was going to clients and stuff. My anxiety in that was so bad that I live in the middle of town. I wouldn't walk to my Starbucks. My Starbucks is about 300 meters down the road, 300 yards, whatever you want, 350 yards. I wouldn't walk there by myself. I wouldn't drive further than 5 miles without having an anxiety attack. I wouldn't like to get left at home, whatever. But I never wanted to take the drugs. But I took them because somebody said to me they may help you. So these guys, I went to the doctor, they gave me some, I don't even take medicine for headaches. So what's this stuff called? Xanax. So they gave me, and I said, I don't want to really take this. She said, okay, just take half. I took half. All I wanted to do, I wanted to fall asleep. My muscles felt so relaxed. I went and lay on my daughter's bed, freaking passed out there because my bed was full of all junk. Right? Yeah, exactly. And I took it another time when I had a panic attack because I asked my wife, I want to see what this stuff does. And I don't even know if it worked or not. All I know is it just made me bloody sleepy, and it didn't work. And I identified, like, I want to do this naturally. Exactly the same thing, and it doesn't heal. That's exactly the same as me, Kat. And it doesn't really, you have to go to the core. You have to go, what is causing this? And for me, I knew that it was this illness, but because it's common with that illness with Lyme disease, but I knew that I had that disease because I could face this myself and really work on my mind. So I did a couple of things. I bought somebody's program once, Barry McDonough or whatever, I think it's called Panic Away or something. I read like half of it. I took some of the notes. Okay, that's pretty powerful. Wow, that's, I'm sorry for your loss. I mean, I don't know what to say about that, really. I mean, I have a lot to say of that, but I don't want to get into beliefs and stuff, and so I'm sorry for that. But it's not easy to deal with. It's terrible, and then it starts feeding itself. You start fearing the fear. You start fearing what's going to happen, when you're away from here. So I know exactly how you feel. But for me, it was like, hey, thanks. I just got thrown this. It's just saying, okay, you do survive. And that's the key thing for me, actually, was understanding. Is once you have the knowledge, is understanding what's actually happening to your body. Okay? And then it's no different for you getting ready to, exercise and stuff. But it does take work. It does take a lot of time for you to, overcome that. And so for me, I just started using that situation, that experience, as a way to grow. And I said, that's just my belief structure, right? I said, right, I'm in this lifetime to overcome fear and anxiety. I'd gone through the stage of, cursing my luck and moaning and complaining, and say, okay, this is what I have to face. This is what I have to deal with. So if I want to eliminate it, I'm going to have to face it. And so I started doing stuff. And one of the things that happened is when I started really working on my mind, it took me a little bit longer than that, just because I was stubborn. And when I started working and focusing on what I wanted, and I created my life vision, and writing it down and knowing exactly what I wanted, and doing daily visualization exercises. And I don't have it on me now, but every day I write, I have on a flashcard, I write my ultimate goal, and I say, I am so happy and grateful now, as if it's in this current tense that I'm perfectly healthy, whatever it is. And once I started doing this, I started setting my goals on a daily basis, and I started reaching my goals in my business and all this stuff. And I thought, hey, let me try this with this anxiety thing, because I hadn't been driving, you know, anywhere. So the center of my town is 2 miles up the street, and I said, okay, I'm going to drive. So I'm going to drive 5 miles up this. I'm just going to, you know, drive as much as I can. And I drove. Oh, well, Ashley, I'm glad I can help you. So I don't just design websites, but no problem. You too, Ashley, we'll chat later. So anyway, is that I started using these goals, and that day I got in my car. I didn't drive 5 miles, I drove 15 miles. But the approach was like, I actually filmed myself doing it on my phone because I wanted to see my reaction to it. And I was sort of talking as if I was making a video to help other people with anxiety. Okay? And so I was almost giving them a lecture, but I was saying, come, bring it. Because when you say to your mind, come, give me your best, is that all you got? You know, my body's all vibrating and all these anxiety symptoms. What the heck's going on? Just need to close this message. I just said, come, bring it. I know I'm not going to die. Let's do it, man. Let's just face it. So that really helped. And before I knew it, so I had set a goal, like 6 months, to drive from here to New York City, which was about 65 miles. Once I started doing that, within 3 weeks, I was in New York City, cruising in New York City. And I got into New York City. I did crap myself. I did make no error. I did have those flashes of anxiety. But you know what? I survived. I did it. And just look at it as an opportunity to grow. And when you do that, that's when magic happens. Hey Jade, are you going to swimming now? Yeah. You want to come say hello to these periscopers? Come sit here. This is my daughter. Her name's Jade.
Hello.
This is beautiful Jade. You going swimming?
Yes.
Well, I'm just finishing up. This took me longer than normal. Joel, you want to come on Periscope? Come see. Come see these people. Look, Will's saying hello. Okay. So I'm just finishing up now.
Maybe one day you can come with us.
Okay.
We'll just drop them off.
Bye. Bye bye, Daddy. Love you.
Okay, I love you. Joel, you want to come say hello quickly before these people go? Come on, put your shirt on, buddy. This is Joel. This is your first Periscope session. Say hi. Look, Will's giving you a clap. Give him a wave. He's going swimming. I missed breakfast. I took so long, I was going to come have breakfast with you.
Where?
Inside.
Oh.
I'll catch you after you swim, okay, buddy?
Okay.
Love you. Okay, so folks, hey Joel, somebody was saying hello to you.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that. And, you know, follow my Twitter feed, at Kenneth Todd. Follow this, and I try to do these every day or every other day. And check out my website at kennethtodd.com, or hook me up on Facebook, no worries. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Remember to take action, believe in yourself, don't wait, you can do it now. Harvest Calm, thanks so much. Will Mad, thanks so much, I really appreciate it. See all the cars going now, everybody's going to work in that, and I'm not. I'm going to go sit and have breakfast, and I don't know, I might read my book before I start work. Isn't that awesome? You can do it too. Thanks for the hearts, and thanks for staying tuned. I really enjoyed this. So thank you. Have a fantastic day. Take it easy.